Hello, hello. Honestly, these energies that we are experiencing are rather difficult to describe, I want to say. They are phenomenal. They are breaking things down. They are illuminating things. They are holding the divine feminine, and they are really awakening and pushing the divine masculine. So welcome, and I'll just prop my book up here so I can see all of my scrappy notes. So we're in this energy that is building to the 1111 gateway, but I am showing clearly, so on the acupuncture table earlier in the week, I was showing clearly, given the message that by the 14th of November, we will be in a different world. Now, that I need to dive into more. It doesn't mean that we will be complete, but that we're going to be in a different energetic. Anyway, I'm really showing that the 1111 gateway has this huge impact on ascension, on humanity, on divinity, on the divine feminine and on the divine masculine. So it is this gateway that is bringing in these higher harmonics, that sort of this culminating portal, really, that probably in some ways opened at the Lion's Gate in August, but we're on this ongoing spiraling, and so the last couple of days I've had moments where I have been really emotional. I've had moments where I have just burst into tears. I've had moments when I've been really blissful, and I've been in that self-inquiry. I don't think that's me. So I think that that's being my divine masculine, that he's going through a lot of emotional experiences. So I want to speak directly to what I'm showing about this kind of place, this time frame, really. So to me, I'm showing that the divine feminine is in this very different place, like more embodied, more still, more surrendered in their own divinity, and recognizing, I want to say, the knowingness of this experience, of this connection, and that it really is out of our hands, but that we've stepped into this in a new and higher way. Hello, everyone who's here. Hello, Sally. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Soulspirations. Hello, Billy. Hi, Sweet CC. And hello, Carla. So, yeah, this, it feels like to me that the divine feminine is in this place of embodiment. We're really, it's like we're here. We've really got ourselves sorted. We might not know all the answers, but we really, I want to say, in that state of divine embodiment and really coming into more of our feminine, into grace, and into more and more heart openings. So that's my read of where the divine feminine is at, and this deep knowing that these connections are divinely orchestrated, that they are mapped somewhere, and that we don't really have too much of a say in the timing. We only have a say in our own embodiment, and I feel that that's where the divine feminine has kind of reached that place now. So yeah, let me know where you are with that. That's this real sense of peace, and then it's like we just come into this arisen love, really, love arising, this beingness of love, and not just love for our divine masculine, but love for ourself, our own being, our own world, the the this love that kind of begins to anchor this new vibration in, to make it accessible for others. We are being the conduit of that. And so it's like we're risen with that. We have done our rising into our beingness, into our divine embodied self as this incredible love. And then being the witness of that, being the embodiment of that, and also being the one who is grounding that into the planet. So we're in this place of this great surrender, which maybe like me, or maybe you're better at it than me. Many of you will be, but surrender has been a challenge, I have to say, for me. And I've just had to keep surrendering and keep surrendering and keep surrendering. And now I feel like I'm maybe there with it. And I'm sure that I don't yet have it mastered, but I feel like I'm mostly there. And I feel like my heart has opened more and more. And I keep thinking, oh, wow, can my heart open more? And it just does. So there's that experience. And I've been watching this merging occur. And it showed up to me like the Vesica Pisces, with two rings overlapping. That's how it showed up in my vision, and I was shown that was the beginning of the energetic merging for the masculine. So everybody will be at different places, and our masculines will all be at different places, but this is what I've been shown. And so yeah, I'm wondering if you are feeling that at all. So yeah, I feel that there's purpose in this, and I don't even really know what that is, but there's purpose in the beginning of this energetic merging for divine counterparts. And I feel that for the masculine, so that's kind of, I've been speaking more about the feminine, but we hold both of these, of course, we hold both of these energies. But I've written the sacred silence ends because I feel that the masculine has been in sacred silence, and then this month in November, it's felt to me that they're more about them energetically about again, and that they are now, I want to say, going to be stretched and tested to be recognizing this love, and B, the breakdown of their egoic world in a very quick time, tangible world experience. And I feel emotional when I say that, because that is going to be really, really hard on the masculine if they fight it. But many of them are coming into this realization of what this is, and I certainly felt that my tears and emotions were what my divine masculine was experiencing. So it's like all that isn't true to them, all that isn't aligned to their new way, the egoic death of the divine masculine is happening in real time now. And so everything that they have reached for, that they have sought, that's been part of their external world, the things that they have held up as meritorious or as symbols of their success, a lot of those things are going to fall away as they become more inner. And so they're in a whole lot of things, and there's no particular order, but they'll be breaking down anything that comes from their family patterning, from their lineage, doing that healing. And a lot of them will have already done some of that. They are having things that will be just pulled away from them if they're in a job that doesn't serve them in this higher nature. They'll be, just forgive me, I've just got a scribble of notes here. So that, like I said, there's no particular order. I've kind of got a brainstorming page here. A lot of collapse might be experienced, and the things that they've done that have, created expectations, that have brought pleasure in their external world, falling away, being pulled away, collapsing in quite a strong way. Anything that's been part of their social conditioning, their old-fashioned goal setting, that's my level of success, or everything in their world that has brought them success will not feel right for them. It won't bring them those internal feelings of wellness, of goodness, of achievement, because all of those things won't be important anymore. Or if they are important, they'll still fall away. So these are kind of their old ways of being, the old timelines, really, as we're stepping more into this fifth dimensional timeline, and then we'll roll very quickly into the seventh and further. So they're in this letting anything go that's not aligned, attending to their shadows, attending to their wounds, and noticing more and more the frequency gaps in the people that are in their lives. So they'll be starting to notice those things, and all of their beliefs, all of the things that they've believed, that they've held in their world as important, are either dissolving, collapsing, or they are letting them go. But it's very, very strong, and it will bring them freedom. They might not feel like it does whilst they're amid it, but they will feel a lot more freedom. So there's a lot that's going to sort of be taken away for them to recognize more clearly about this deeper love that they hold. And they'll be starting to come into alignment with their own mission as well. So yeah, it's going to bring the divine masculine a lot of freedom. And so I've kind of watched this idea of this merging and this balancing as this energetic sort of Vesica Pisces overlaps more and more. So we're doing this internally, of course, with our own feminine and masculine, and then we're doing this with our masculine, and in the physical. And the 1111 gateway shows up as a very powerful energetic vortex for this alignment. So how I see it is that it's like they really step into their warriorship, because they are here to take that role of becoming the warrior, of being the warrior in our world, so they can be breaking down and building our new world. That is part of their role. That's part of our role as divine counterparts, is to break down the old paradigms and then build new systems and structures. And then within that is this huge love, this incredible wave of love that washes through the world, across the planet. That is a key function of these divine counterparts coming together, of this whole journey of divine masculine and divine feminine coming into union. So for them, they are probably going to be, some of them anyway, brought to their knees. They are going to be asked to dive into being vulnerable, which is not their common place. And so that will be a challenge for many of them, but they're really coming into their own authenticity. They'll be looking at the things that they've held dearly. They'll be looking at their beliefs. Are they true? Are they not true? Do they believe them anymore? And if not, to let them go. And if they can't kind of cognise those things, they'll be taken anyway. And they'll be feeling less and less kind of satisfied with their old ways of feeling success. So yeah, it shows to me that there's this ongoing merging and balancing within, and for the divine feminine and for the divine masculine. And that really we could say that as the sacred silence ends, the soul takes the lead. And so in doing that, it brings a lot of clarity to the divine masculine, where they really begin to notice this love and to see their divine feminine with a huge amount of clarity. And I want to say that they step into becoming their emperor self, the divine masculine. Yeah. And that might really be all that I have to share, but it feels significant because it's very much in the tangible, in the physical now. And so yeah, have you been having those experiences? Have you been feeling them around again? Because there was definitely the space that they took. What I think what did I call it? The sacred silence or something. And yeah, I feel that has or is in process of ending now, and the recognition, the realization will come for the divine masculine as they are like in this continual process of being brought into greater and greater alignment. So anything that doesn't line up with their authenticity and truth, this stepping into their warriorship, will fall away, be taken away, or they will let it go, or it will be collapsed as a timeline experience. Yeah, I think that's all. So let's have a look. I saw a sign pop out today, communicate. Ah, nice. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it. Egoic distractions no longer work. DMs move towards their soul, their counterpart. Yes, agree, totally. No, a DM twin monadic had 2 pets pass away yesterday on the 1st of November. Yeah, well, blessings to them. That losing pets isn't easy for us either. Supporting my son from homelessness to healing the last 2 months. What a journey. Mindful of the line between controlling and wanting to guide him as a mother. Yeah, it's a challenging line to walk sometimes. Peace, stillness, more heart opening, bliss, tears. Yes. Yeah, that was my experience. I had tears streaming down my face, and my heart was just being pulled wide open, and I'm seeing this Vesica Pisces overlap, and I'm like, wow, I don't even think this is mine. And I'm crying, and I went from feeling blissful to crying to being angry, like peeved. And I'm like, I don't even think that's me. And then I went a bit deeper, and I thought, oh, yeah, that's my divine masculine. He is having these experiences of being shown things. Yeah, so what I did think about something to do with you. Oh, yes. Yeah, so I want to encourage you to just close your eyes a moment and to take a breath and to place your hand on your heart. And perhaps place one hand on your belly. And I just invite you to take 3 long breaths and close your eyes. I want you to visualize that you are walking towards the center of a curved bridge. That bridge is over this beautiful crystalline water. Your divine masculine is walking towards you from the other side. You're going to meet in the middle. I'm going to call on Archangel Michael to be there present with us. And as you're facing your divine masculine, I want you to place one hand on his heart and one hand under his elbow. So place your left hand on his heart and then hold forearms by tucking your arm under his forearm and holding his elbow. And I want you to visualize all of the cords that connect you to show up here. You might notice them as different thicknesses, as different energies, as different colors, from the major chakras and from the minor chakras. But just have a look at them. And I want to explain that the two of you and Archangel Michael are going to run the great sword of light through all of those connections, but only those that are true and appropriate will remain. So they'll all be cut through, but those that are true and aligned will rejoin. And it doesn't hurt. I'm just explaining that to the divine masculine. This is just clearing up energy. And so just watch as the sword comes down and cuts through all of those cords, connections, cleanly, painlessly. And watch as they retract or rejoin. I'll just call upon Mother Mary to come and administer a salve, a seal to all of those that have pulled back into the body of you and of him or your divine masculine. So they're being salved and sealed with gold, except for those that remain. And you watch as those that remain light up, become more powerful. And just feel the energy, that love running between you. You might wish to say to him, I'm holding space while you do your completion. I'm looking forward to seeing you. And that cord won't ever be broken or severed. There might be more than one. Likely there's a heart cord, it might be a soul cord. You might want to hug or kiss. Bow to Archangel Michael and thank him. You might leave the bridge together or return to where you came from. But just notice that you feel lighter, clearer, more love-filled, cleaner. You just open your eyes when you're ready. And just begin to process or think or contemplate over the next few days about what your joint soul mission may be if you don't know already. And just be aware that I'm really showing very clearly that the 1111 gateway is this huge energetic movement for divine counterparts. And also I'm showing that it is for the upliftment of the world, and that we will then be in integration. And so that's, it was just strange because I knew the 1111 gateway was going to be big, but I'm lying on the acupuncturist table and I hear 14th. The world will have changed by the 14th of November. So I know that means that we will have ascended to a certain new level, and that we will have let things go, and that we're still spiraling, but we will be in a new energetic world, is what I was clearly told. So I thank you. I thank you for being here, and I wish you so much love, and I send that to you from my heart to yours as we navigate this very, very exciting time in our world. So thank you, and I will see you again.